Juggernaut's Midas property is situated 24 kilometres southeast of Terrace, British Columbia. The property covers just over 16,500 hectares, has logging road access, and has excellent infrastructure close by in Terrace, allowing for cost-effective exploration. In 2007, the British Columbia Geological Survey were mapping in the area and documented a zone of intense gossan development and quartz-sericite pyrite alteration, covering an area at least 10 by 18 kilometres in size. At the heart of this zone is Midas' 2.1 by 1.6 kilometre King Solomon zone, where the BCGS mapped a sequence of bimodal volcanics that belong to the Paleozoic Mount Atri volcanic complex. Within the zone, they documented several sites of stratiform lenses and horizons of massive to semi-massive sulfides and barite lenses that they interpreted to represent a volcanic-hosted massive sulfide feeder zone below the sea floor. The results of this investigation indicate there is strong potential for Kuroko-type volcanic-hosted massive sulfide deposits in the area. Soil sampling in combination with channel, chip and grab sampling in 2017 identified a large, gold-rich polymetallic mineralizing system, defining the 2.1 by 1.6 kilometre King Solomon zone. This provided the foundation for the 2018 season that included detailed mapping, geochemistry, alteration studies, geophysics, combined with the property's inaugural exploratory shallow drilling program. Detailed mapping determined the gold-rich mineralization is controlled by both intense silica flooding and veining in the form of two closely spaced silica sulfide hydrothermal breccias with multiple stacked quartz sulfide stockwork and vein systems, which have been mapped in detail and outcropped throughout this large alteration system. Post or syn alteration was associated with orogenic deformation that appears to have caused significant remobilization of precious and base metals, and this event could also be a secondary mineralizing event from a deeper feeder source. Every drill hole to date intercepted gold and polymetallic mineralization, with highlights including 6.85 grams per ton gold over 9 meters. Hole 16 specifically targeted one of the hydrothermal breccias and returned 0.56 grams per ton gold equivalent over 35.35 meters. It clearly demonstrates the tremendous untapped potential of this extensive polymetallic gold-rich system. This shallow, structurally controlled gold and polymetallic mineralization is believed to be peripheral and marginal to a deeper feeder source, as illustrated on the schematic volcanic-hosted massive sulfide model, where hole 16 intercepted the zinc-rich hanging wall of the system. Several lines of evidence, including more intense iron-magnesium enriched and sodium-depleted chloritic alteration, coupled with elevated copper grades, correlate with newly acquired and modelled IP data that identified untested, multiple, stacked and buried chargeability anomalies, indicating a closer proximity to the core of the system. The geological setting on Midas has proven to host multiple world-class deposits, including the Esky Creek high-grade gold VMS system. The Midas project is still in its infancy, with just over 1,900 metres of wide-spaced, shallow, exploratory drilling. We've barely begun to scratch the surface with our inaugural drilling programme, and could be just seeing the tip of the iceberg. The many layers of new data point to clearly defined targets at depth for the 2019 drilling programme, and we are now well positioned to unlock the tremendous untapped potential of the Midas property. Our fully funded 2019 drill programme will be the first to test the core of these anomalies and trace the known gold mineralization to depth, down plunge and a long strike to its source. The discovery of this new zone, located within a regional, world-class, volcanic-hosted massive sulfide setting, confirms the strong potential for the Midas property to quickly evolve into a significant new discovery.